guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's episode is all about the Viseart Theory palette in Absinthe. It is the one with the green colored family. And if you're interested in seeing some swatches, watching me do a demo of this eye look, and hearing my review on this palette, then just keep on watching. So before we get into this palette, I just want to say hello to any new viewers, any new subscribers out there. Hello, my name is Michelle. Thank you so much for watching my content, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would love it if you did so. I post videos 4 to 5 times a week. I'm not really on a schedule yet, and I also like to use my community tab to post some polls and ask you guys some questions and post pictures of ingredients and swatches and things like that. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And without any further ado, let's get into this palette. So here is the Viseart Absinthe Theory palette. There are 3 mattes and 3 shimmers, and 2 shimmers out of the 3 have micro glitters in there. So the top one and the center gold one have micro glitters in here. This bottom green shimmer shade is pure just shimmer. There are no micro glitters in there. So I purchased my palette off of Muse Beauty Pro. It was $45. And if you guys are not familiar with these Theory palettes, they come packaged in this envelope sleeve. You pull out the palette like so. It has like this little pull tab which allows you to open it, and then the shadows just kind of fall open. And then there's like a nice mirror inside. So these are great travel palettes. I have one other Theory palette aside from this and the Siren palette, which is that other new one. But I have one other Theory palette, which is the Cashmere. The Cashmere palette is like the very neutral kind of brown palette. I love it for travel. That and the Petite Pro palettes are great for travel. And I love the fact that these little shadows are magnetized. You can pop them out, so you can kind of swap and play with any of the other Theory palettes that you may have. It's the same exact design also as the Grand Pro palette, which is just basically a bigger format of these Theory palettes. So let's go ahead and do some swatches of these 6 shades. I'm going to go from light to dark, so I'm going to go across from matte to shimmer, matte to shimmer. So here is the light matte, here is the light shimmer. Next we have this matte brown and this gold color. And then finally, we've got this matte green and this metallic green. Beautiful. So there are all the swatches. You'll notice in these 2 shades, the 2 lighter shimmer shades, that there are some micro glitters in there. And then in this gold shade, there's even some bigger chunks of glitter in there. But I love the range of these colors. I love how light it is and how dark it gets. I think this makes it an incredibly versatile palette. So if you're interested in watching a demo of this eye look and then hearing my final review on this palette, then just keep on watching. So I'm starting off with this gold shade over here. I'm going in with my Sonia G Worker 1 brush, and I'm going to place this on the insides of my lids. And I'm going to pat that on my lids until about like the center of my lid here. Next, I'm going to go into this matte brown shade, and I'm going to use my Tom Ford number 13 brush, and I'm going to dip it in very lightly and start to darken out my outer V. And I'm just going to bring that towards the center of my lid to kind of meet up with that gold color. Next, I'm going to take my Hakuhodo S142 brush, and I'm going to go into this very dark green matte color here. And I decided to go with this brush because this is squirrel hair, so it's very fine, and it picks up a light amount of product and it lays it down very lightly. So because this is such a dark green color, I didn't want to go in too heavily. So I just wanted to ensure a light sort of application. So that's why I chose this brush. So I'm going to place this on the outer V here over the dark brown, and I just want to really focus that on the outer edge here just to kind of deepen this up a little bit more, give it a little bit more dimension. I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just blend this out. You can see how pigmented it is here, I just want to blend that out a little bit more so it doesn't seem so concentrated right there. Next, I'm going to take my Sonia G Builder 1 brush. I'm going to go into this metallic green shade here. And I'm going to, usually I use this brush this way, but I'm going to take it to the side here and just place it where the dark matte colors meet the gold. And again, with a clean blending brush, I just want to make sure that all of these colors are kind of blended together over my lid. Now I'm going to work on my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with a pencil brush with this gold color and line half of my lash line, basically the half towards the center here. And then with the same brush, I'm going to go between the matte brown and dark green here and then line the rest of my eye, basically the outer kind of half of my lower lash line. And I'm taking another clean pencil brush. This is the Sonia G Pencil 1 brush, and I'm going into the metallic green shade. And I'm just going to place this the center of my lash line here and underneath this gold and matte colors that I've put down. Last but not least, I'm going to go in with my Pencil 2 brush from Sonia G and go into this light metallic shade here and just place this on the inner corner of my eyes. So that's it for the shadows. I'm going to put on some eyeliner, do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I just finished off my look with Tom Ford eyeliner. I used the Metallic Moss Eye Kohl Intense, and I just lined my waterline, and I tight lined a bit with it. I also used the Tom Ford Love Lust blush and the Tom Ford Nudiste sheer lip color, which is like this pretty metallic kind of like peachy color. So here is my review of the palette. I think it is lovely. I love the color scheme. I love the looks that I've gotten from it. I love the idea of using this really deep matte green instead of a black to kind of get like a smoky kind of effect for your eyes. The only complaint I have about this particular palette is in this gold, metallic gold shade. It has glitter in there and it's a little bit chunky, so it causes a little bit of fallout, and if it's already kind of like a satin metallic color, I really don't need that glitter in there. So I don't know. I mean, I can kind of understand it too because, you know, you have mattes here and you have shimmers, and maybe that was a little bit boring, and so they decided to add just a little bit of glitter in there. It is a gold color, so gold really lends itself to a little bit of glitter there, but I don't think it was particularly necessary because, yes, I can see it on my lids a little bit. I see that it reflects the light a little bit, but just having it being, you know, like a shiny metallic shimmery shade, I don't really feel like it needs it. All it does is cause fallout, and it just creates a sort of a chunkier kind of texture to the shadow in general. But other than that, I really love this palette. I think if you're a Viseart fan, I don't think you'll be disappointed. The mattes are wonderful. They blend it out very nicely. This dark color does take a little bit of getting used to. It's like a lot of dark black matte colors. You put it on and you think immediately that it's patchy. It's not patchy, it's just really pigmented. So you kind of have to take your time and blend it and build it up slowly. So I don't have any complaints there. It's just that it's a really dark matte color and that it takes a little bit of work. Everything else, gorgeous. I just love these Theory palettes. I think they're really great. So if you've been on the fence about it, I think this is a great palette. And with the Sephora VIB sale coming up, you can get it 15% off. And that's it. If you have any questions about this palette, please leave them down below in the comments section. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.